So the Lakers had quite the offseason. Seriously, they absolutely hit it out of the park with the acquisitions that they had. But still, Anthony Davis is very likely our starting center, which is fine, right? LeBron at this stage of his career is best at the 4 spot. Anthony Davis is still the best 5 we could have, at least out of all the free agents that are even still available. Obviously, if the Lakers would have landed like a Brook Lopez or something like that, then sure, that makes a lot of sense. But not really any quality centers that are out there that make a world of sense to start over Anthony Davis outside of just strictly putting him at the 4. But even beyond that, you have, again, LeBron, who's best suited at the 4 at this point. Rui Hachimura, that'd be great at the 4. Lakers got other sizable players now, even like guys like Taurean Prince. So AD starting at the 5 spot is very likely the case. But behind Anthony Davis, you're still limited, right? Lakers, based on reports, still want another center. So they still can very likely make a move or two, and I do expect them to make at least one move. And that move appears to be another center. Now, the Lakers did get Jackson Hayes, who I absolutely love, and I'm pumped about this signing. He got him for a vet minimum contract. He still is very raw, needs some work. But I do think is a guy that could get some real run, get some real burn, play alongside Anthony Davis. I think he would make a very serviceable backup and could have an impact on the Lakers roster this year, right? I think he's a guy that over the course of these 82 games, you can rely on and put on the court, and he's going to do what he needs to do, right? He's not, again, a guy that's going to go out there and give you 20 and 10 every night. We don't really need that, right? Need somebody that can come in, play 10 to 15 minutes a game, and just provide some quality depth to let AD get some rest, get a break. Also, he allows AD to play the 4 on some sets, right? You can run lineups with, say, Jared Vanderbilt or Taurean Prince at the 3. You could have Hayes at the center and Anthony Davis at the 4. And then have your guards, whoever you want on the court at that time. And have some versatility, which is very helpful. Plus, Jackson Hayes with the size, his length, his ability to just deflect shots and shot block, alongside Anthony Davis, who one of, if not the best defenders in the league, front to back. That makes a very formidable front court. But they do need another center, in my opinion. They do need somebody else, and it's something that I've talked about the last few days. And so I'm glad that we're seeing reports that the Lakers are still looking to add another center. Because when you look at the Lakers roster front to back, they have everything else. They have their guard play locked up. You got Austin Reeves, you got Gabe Vincent, you got D'Angelo Russell. Those are going to be your 3 main guards that are going to kind of fill in the rotation. They're, again, interchangeable. Good there. You still have, Shafino, right? He's a guy that could come in, play point guard, play shooting guard. You're good there. Taurean Prince at 6'7", he could come and play some shooting guard if you need to. You could even run like Austin Reeves at the point, him at the shooting guard. A report came out that the Lakers want to kind of utilize Austin Reeves and his point guard ability more this season. So again, expect lineups where he is playing the point guard spot. Beauty is Gabe Vincent. He can play the 2, he can play the 1. Same thing with D'Lo. D'Lo is really good off the ball for the Lakers. They have that worked out. You look at the wing depth and just the size out on the perimeter. They got that worked out, right? Taurean Prince again. Max Christie is supposedly 6'6", 6'7" now. You got Lewis still. Got Cam Reddish, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt. Like, you got more than enough size out on the perimeter. You are good. Last sort of thing is just like that center depth. And Anthony Davis, he's going to miss 30-plus games, right? It's just how it's going to go. He's going to miss very likely 30-plus games. And so it would be nice to have another center. But what direction do you go? How do you approach this? Now, if you could get like a Mason Plumlee, that would be perfect, right? Kind of have Jackson Hayes be like your third center. And also, I want, me personally, and of course, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions, so let me know down in the comments below. Personally, I want a veteran center. I do. I want somebody that has a little more experience, that has a little more reliability, a little more dependability, a guy that can actually come and make an impact, guy that you can throw at the Jokic's and the Embiids of the world, right? Like that's how the Lakers beat Denver in 2020, right? They just threw bodies. They threw JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, just kept throwing guys at him. And he's just one guy. So he doesn't get the rest. And you can always have somebody fresh, right? So if you go get a Mason Plumlee who's got good size, is physical, athletic, can do multiple things, you can throw him at Jokic. You could throw Jackson Hayes at Jokic. You could throw Anthony Davis at Jokic. And Jokic is only one guy, and you can always keep those guys fresh as they have to line up and defend Jokic. Where Jokic, he only has so much gas in the tank. So I really do like that idea. I like the idea of going and getting a more experienced center. But it's what can we get and what can we get for our buck. Christian Wood doesn't really fit the mold of like sizable center, but he might be the most talented center that's out there and available. It's just, I don't see him signing for a vet minimum, but I know people are going to say, oh, you should have brought him up, or what about Christian Wood, all that stuff. I just don't think he's a realistic option, but you never know, right? Look, Lakers got Jackson Hayes, and I'm sure he probably could have gotten more money elsewhere with his age. And we've seen several guys, Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker. These are all guys that took a discount to go on a prove-it deal. Because the Lakers and the LA market, you know you're going to get some shine. If you're good on that platform, on that stage, you're going to get paid. Teams are going to line up to pay for you. We've seen it happen time and time again. So if the Lakers could convince Christian Wood, like, hey, buddy, why don't you come here, play some minutes? Maybe you could even start him. I mean, you could start him at the 4 if you wanted to, or, on defense, have him at the 5, and on offense, have him at the 4, however you want to structure it. It's definitely something you could do. Because at that point, I mean, if you can get the most talented guy, yes, he's not the bruiser that I'd like to see for the Lakers, but talent-wise, you can't have too much talent, right? So go get the talent guy. But I do, like, can you convince Mason Plumlee to come in and just, hey, come be our solid center, right? You're going to start some games. You're going to come off some games. You also need a guy that is okay with that, right? You need a guy that is okay with one game playing 10 minutes, one game playing 30 minutes, one game starting, one game coming off the bench. You need guys that are willing to be a part of the team and buy into the team. Especially with the Lakers and as deep as they are, you're going to need everybody to really buy into the team. Because there's only so many minutes that everyone can play. And if you go get that third center, it's the same thing. There's only so many minutes on any given night that you could play. So Jackson Hayes is going to have to be okay with that. And so will whatever other center the Lakers sign if they go that route. There's Mo Bamba, right? There was a report that the Lakers are interested in bringing Mo Bamba back, as well as maybe Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson as small ball, yeah, sure. I don't really think he solves that big bruiser. Like, I want a true center. I don't hate the idea of bringing Tristan Thompson back as like your small ball center. Although I think you have, if you're going to go small ball, we've already seen that Rui can kind of play that role. LeBron can play that role. But I wouldn't hate it. Tristan Thompson was actually pretty good in the minutes that he did play. And I think if he comes in, he's also a guy that's going to understand. He's not going to fight. He's not going to pout. If he doesn't play, no problem. It's okay. I'm just here, coach. Hey, tonight you're going to start. Tonight you're going to play. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Like, I'm okay with that. I am. I kind of lean towards, like, if it's Tristan Thompson or it's Mo Bamba, personally I lean towards Tristan Thompson. And it's because I just feel like the Lakers have their project centers already. Jackson Hayes is a project center. Colin Castleton, who I'm really high on, I think gives you another project center. Do you really need 3 project centers? I don't think so. Now, neither of the other two are Mo Bamba, where he has the ability to stretch the floor and shoot. But do you absolutely have to have a floor stretching big? You have Anthony Davis for that if you need it. I'd rather go get the veteran bruiser. Because the problem is that who can you rely on in the playoffs? Game 7, you're playing Denver or something like that, right? Do you really want to trust Jackson Hayes? Do you really want to trust Mo Bamba? No, I mean, I would rather go the veteran route. I mean, I'm not going to be mad about... Look, if the Lakers sign Mo Bamba wants to come back, fine. Right? I'm not going to be like, oh, what are the Lakers doing? Like, I'm okay with that. I just personally... It's just my thoughts. And again, I want to hear yours, so let me know in the comments. But I just personally would rather go the veteran route. Go get somebody that is disciplined, that has the understanding, that is not going to complain. Right? Because is Mo Bamba going to be okay not playing some nights? Is Jackson Hayes going to be okay not playing some nights? I'd rather go the veteran route. Now, if you can get a Plumlee, something like that, cool. That's great. If not, do you bring in a DeMarcus Cousins, something like that? I get he hasn't played, right? There's question marks about him and his health and his stuff. But it's again, it's a guy that you can rely on. It's a guy that can come in. It's a guy that can be a veteran presence. It's a guy that can be a locker room guy. It's a guy that's just going to be happy to be on the roster. He's not going to complain. He's not going to fight. I mean, same thing with Tristan Thompson, right? Tristan Thompson literally went from like 2 weeks earlier being on ESPN as like a broadcaster to suiting up for the Lakers. And he played well in the moments that he played. Like DeMarcus Cousins or Whiteside or somebody like that, they're still basketball players, right? Myers Leonard, whatever. Again, they're not guys that are going to just like, oh, that's the major... But they can be to an extent. Again, having that other body, having that guy that 2 minutes left in the game, you need somebody to slow down Jokic, right? You need somebody that's just not going to get bumped out the way, right? Whatever. Who would you rather trust DeMarcus Cousins, who's been there, done that, or would you rather trust Jackson Hayes, who's raw and needs to figure it out, or Mo Bamba, who averages 3 fouls every 9 minutes of play, that's very raw and undisciplined? Like, I would rather go the veteran route. Go get me the guy that has the experience, that's not going to complain if he doesn't play, that understands it. Like, these young guys, they want to play. They don't want to sit on the bench and just be rotting away. Yeah, they're developing. Yeah, they're working out, but they want to see the basketball court, right? But you go get a guy like a DeMarcus Cousins or a Hassan Whiteside or something like that. Are they willing to just come in and be like Tristan Thompson was? Like, he was a perfect example. Didn't play. Hey, we need you tonight. We need you to come in, go play 10 minutes. Sure, coach, no problem. And what did he do? He got in and he was good. He was really good. Considering he hadn't played like he was, he was very solid. So I am totally okay with them going that route. Even if it is Tristan Thompson, even if they do bring Tristan Thompson back, I'm okay with that because it gives the Lakers that veteran guy. But I think you go with the talent. Mason Plumlee would be my preferred choice. If we go get Mason Plumlee, to me, that's chef kiss. It really is. It's beautiful. Christian Wood, again, he's the most talented. So if you can get him for a vet minimum, you don't say no to that, right? If you can get Christian Wood for a vet minimum, you sign him for the vet minimum, right? That's the only like real exception that I'd be like, all right. But outside of that, I'd rather them go big. But do you feel the same way? Do you not? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below.